Hello guys, and in this video we'll try to learn about local classes in Java. So if you go to Google and type this local classes in Java, you'll find that it will give a definition, and it will say that if an inner class has been modified within a code block, means typically within the body of a method, then such an inner class is called as local inner class. Means it is also a class inside a class, but mainly in the body of a method. Okay, so we will try to learn its implementation in this video. So let's go. For this, first of all, let's create a class, and class let's name it as library. Okay, and let's give it some id and string name. Okay, and let's create a constructor for it. Let it name as public library. Okay, and let's create a method of name public void so details. Okay, and let's create the class within this so details method, and let's name it be what we should get. Let's give it as a book. Okay, book, it will be fine, and let's give it also an id, for example int book id, and string book name, and give it a constructor, for example like public int book id comma string book name. This dot book id equals to book id, and this dot book name equals to book name. Okay, and here public book. So we have created the constructor for this book class, and let's now give it some other methods like public let it be so so book no means public display. Let's give it its name as a display. It will be fine. Okay, we'll have to give it some public void display. Okay, so here the thing is that this id and this name are the variables of this library class, and these variables id and name are accessible inside this class. Okay, inside this local class book. So we can say, for example, let's sort something. Library id equals to plus library, no, it's simple id. Okay, and let's also say out library name plus is equals to name. book id is book id book name is plus book name. Okay, so means inside this inner local class we can access this members of the outer class, for example this library's id and this name. So this is done. Okay, and see the scope of this class is within this, and the scope of this method is up to this. So means here the thing is this class book can only be instantiated, means we can create its object only the scope of this method, means under this we cannot create its object here, means outside its. For example, if we try to create, for example here book b equals to new book, then I think it will give an error. See here what's saying, book cannot be resolved to a type or something. Okay, so we can't do it here, but we can do it here. Here if we say book b equals to new book, okay, so it is fine, because yeah, I have to give some arguments here. So let's give an argument. For example, id is 100 and let it be, the name be brief history of time. I think you know this book. So this is done, and now let's call this method to see that the book id is got mentioned here and book name here, and the library values here it will take from here. So let's give it a name. For example, id equals to 00, id equals to 100. I think it is already there. Let it be 50. And name is equals to Pearson publication. Pearson publications. Okay. So this method inside this class book will get its id from here and its library name from here, and book id will be provided by here, and the book name will provide in this method. Okay, and to now and now I have created this called a main class, in which we'll try to invoke this methods by creating its objects. So let's create an object of library class. Okay, let's name it the library. L equals to new library. Okay, and L dot. So now what we'll do is, through the object of this library class, we will try to invoke this show details method. So let's do it. L dot show details. Okay, this is done. So let's print it out. Okay. Okay, it is not showing anything. Okay, yeah, means see here, the thing is this display method is inside show details, and by doing this, means by invoking this show details method, what we have done is we have proceeded to here, and this class is getting in our scope, means after calling this. So what we are doing here is we have created the book object, but we need to means call this display method. So what we'll do is we'll need use the book object b to call this display method, and hopefully we will see an output. Okay, let's run it. Yeah, see here we are seeing the values. Our library ID is 50, library name is Pearson Publications, and let's make it a little bit more clear. Okay, and let's run it again. Yeah, so we are able to see all these values. See, I'm giving here only the simple examples using this out, but the thing is, if you want, you can create some complicated means involving a lot of logic also in this class, and you can invoke all those methods. For example, if inside this book class I can also create examples. For example, let's create public void let's means public void cube root. Okay, cube root, and here we can pass let's we are passing a value. Okay, and let's not be name it as void, let's name it as integer. It is returning an integer. Okay, and here let's return value itself. Okay, and what we are doing that after getting values we are multiplying value itself 3 times. Okay, value into value into value. Okay, this value equals to value here, so it is returning value. See that we have declared the value here. Okay, or we can do it as see here what we can do is here we can say int cube equals to bookmat object dot cube root, and we can pass here any value. For example, if we pass 5 here, then in this cube we are getting the value of cube root. 5 into 5 into 5 means 125 here. See here cube is inside the scope of this show details method, so we can also return this cube, and in this void we'll simply say as int. Okay, so it's fine. So details method is returning a cube root. Okay, and here we can simply sys out this, and here we can grab that value which is returning. Here we are getting cube root cubic means not root cubic value. Okay, and let's run it. See does it work? Yeah, see here we are getting a cubic value. So means the what I want to say is you can use any logic, anything whichever you want. So this is just a demo. Okay, and I think it is just fine for this how to implement a local class. So, and one more important thing is the scope of this this local class is inside this method. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you very much, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to some comments, please give it, and thank you very much.